Well, he's no longer in Nazareth turning water into wine. What will he be when he returns? Well, Revelation chapter 1. John, the same one that wrote John 1. He says, "Then I turned to see whose voice it was that spoke to me. When I turned, I saw 7 gold lampstands, and among the lampstands was one like the Son of Man." All right, so right there at 13. We'll stop right there. So John is seeing Jesus, who he is, in the fullness of who he is, and his sonship, the fullness of who he is in the Trinity. How would John recognize this? Well, if you go a few years back, John was on the Mount of Transfiguration with Peter and James. John is one of 3 people that would recognize Jesus in the fullness of his glory without the veil of being a man. And so he said, "I see the Son of Man dressed in a robe with a golden sash wrapped around his chest. The hair on his head was like white as wool, white as snow, and his eyes were like a fiery flame. His feet were like fine bronze that is fired in a furnace, and his voice the sound of cascading waters, and had 7 stars in his right hand, and a sharp double-edged sword came from his mouth, and his face was shining like the sun at full strength." The fullness of God. This is how Jesus returns. This is how Jesus returns.